Welcome back. I hope you all know that Flutter 1.0 has been announced and there are a lot of things to talk about, out of which I guess Flare and Hummingbird are two hot topics. And because we have already covered the animation part, the basic animations in one of our videos last week, and now we are moving ahead, but we are not continuing that animation for now because that I will cover later. But today let's talk about Flare because that's I guess one of the hot topics, and Hummingbird is not yet open to public, so we cannot do much about that. But let's do something about Flare. It's a good platform for designer, I guess, and basically Flare is you can say 2D vector animation program where you can draw some animations, you can directly export them to your Flutter app, and you can achieve a lot of cool stuff without writing even a single line of code. So let's see how we can do that and how we can use Flare. So Flare is a product of two dimensions and they have been doing a lot of stuff lately. They started with Nima, which is kind of a 2D a raster animation program, but I guess the futuristic the product is Flare because I asked to the founder of two dimension and he told me that Flare is going to be the future, and Nima is something which is for developers who wanted to make a game which they would be using for like when they would be using Unity, then they can create some 2D games. But if they don't want to use that and they want to use those images in Nima, then they can achieve the same thing and in a short span of time using Flutter as well. And Flare is also going to support images very soon, so Flare is their futuristic product. So let's not just talk about it, but let's see how to get started with Flare. So what you have to do, you have to go to their website, two dimensions, and oh, I have a lot of links here. So this is twodimensions.com, and here you can see this is 2D dimension animation tools for apps, games, and web. And they have two products. One is Flare, second one is Nima. And basically we will be talking about Flare only because I don't think they are going to continue with Nima, even if they are going. But Flare is I guess the futuristic stuff. So let's click on it, and now you have to register. Okay, once you will register, then you will get access to the Flare tool, and then you can create your files. Okay, so I have already registered, and let me see if I can wow, I should be logged in already, but I don't know why they have removed me somehow. So let's try this way, and let me try to enter my password, and then I guess I should log in. Yes, I have logged in, and now you can see I have some your files type of thing, and now I just want to create a new Flare. Okay, so before proceeding, let me just tell you what we are going to make. Okay, so this is what we get from Flare. So this is the app, and you can see the animation which we want to achieve. So this is what we will be looking at, we will be making it. Okay, I know that it's not very good, or this is not something which you really want to achieve, but we'll try to achieve something like this. Okay, and by this we can learn at least the basic part. Okay, so what you need to do, so this is the artboard which you get by default. There are two tabs. One is the setup for setting up whatever components you want to show, then there is animated tab where you can do the cool animations. Okay, here you have multiple options, like if you choose a component, what you want to do with it. You want to translate it, rotate it, scale it, and IK pose it, and you can show axis and whatever. And then there's a plus button to create those tools. So if you want to create a shape, then you can use this. If you want to use a pen, then another artboard, bone, node, solo, so whatever you want to do. And as you can see in this particular app, we have this circles, okay, or basically ellipse, which can convert to a circle. So we have around 5 circles, so that's what we are going to do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select ellipse from here, and we will create an ellipse. Okay, this is a single ellipse. Okay, what I have to do, I have to create 5 such ellipse. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy it and paste it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have 5 ellipses now. Now we will select all of them by command all, or not command all, 1 second. We want to select these, and this and this, and now we can choose a position for it. So let's say the position is 500 x-axis and 400 y-axis. Okay, and then we can give them a size, a common size. So let's give something like 50 by 50. That's it. And then we have all these components at a single place. But now I'll differentiate them one by one, and I'll assign different colors to them. So what you can do in that situation, you can go to the first one, let's say. Okay, and what you can do, you can give it a different position, and we will write the position as well. So we will open stickies. Okay, and here in stickies, let me just, okay, and I can say the first one would be, let's say, 500 and 300, and the color we will give it is, let's say, green. Okay, so we will go here and we will change it to 500 and 300, and the color, let's remove this top part, and the color we can give it green. Okay, so let's try to give it something like green. Okay, this is good. Now the second one can be, we can change the, I guess, position to 600, and y-axis can be 400 only, and the color we are going to give, let's remove the stroke, is red, let's say. Okay, so now we will note this down as well because we want to change it. Okay, and red, that's so nice. And the third one, let's choose it and let's give it some value like maybe what we can give, 500, and y-axis also 500. Okay, this is looking good. Now let's remove the stroke and fill the color with, let's say, blue, something like blue. Okay, this is looking much better. Now we'll go to the fourth one, and here we can have the same axis, 400, same y-axis, which is 500, and then we can, now we can change the x-axis to 400, and this will look good. So this is how we can make this square. And now we'll remove the stroke and let's give the color, let's say, purple. Okay, this is looking good. And the fifth one is the center one, and we can leave it like this only, but let's change the color to black maybe. Okay, and this is what we have achieved so far. Now we will go to animate section and we can create some kind of animation. So let's rename it to something because we are going to use it. So we can say anything, let's because it will move circular, so let's say circular. Okay, anything you want to give the name. Okay, now we have this, and then what I want to do, I have to select, like, this is the zeroth, let me just zoom it a little bit. So this is the zeroth, you can say the time is 0 seconds. Okay, and and this is the 60 frames, total 60 frames per second. So every second we can do something. So this is the one frame. Okay, and this is the second frame, this is the third frame. So this is how it's divided into 60 frames. So in this frame, in the first frame or the 0th frame, what I want to do, I'll select the first one here. I want to change its size, its position, by and the color as well. So I'll select its position by this, that I want to change this. I want to change this as well, and sooner or later maybe I can change the size if I want. So let's select this as well, and scaling, I don't think that we want to change it, so let's leave it like this, and the color, let's select it as well. Similarly, for our second one, we will select the position because we want to change it, and the color because we want to change it, at size also, let's say, if we want to change it. For the third one as well, position, size, and color. And the fourth one, position, size, and the color. And the fifth one, which is the middle one, we don't want to change it, so we can leave it like this. Okay, now and you can, from here you can select anything and you can move it or translate it, whatever you want to do, if you don't want to give it the manually value. Okay, now after how many seconds or after how many frames you want to change it. So let's say after maybe 30 we want to change it. So what we will do, we'll go here to this ellipse. Okay, this is 500, 300, 600, 400. Let's give all the values which we given last time. Another one was, I guess, 500, 500, which we gave the color as blue, and the last one was 400, 400, if I remember, which I gave the color to purple. Okay, if let's check once. So this is 600, 400, 500, 500, and 400, 400. Okay, now after this the half frame, which is the value is 30. So what we want to do, we want to change the first one's position from 500, 300 to 600, 400. That means we will change this green to this red, and this red to blue, and this blue to purple. So we will change the color as well and the position as well. Okay, just for the understanding. So what I will do, I'll change it to 600 and 400. Okay, and it will select it. Now for the color part, we will give it a red color now. Okay, so now we have two on the same. Okay, this is also here, this is also here. Now the second one, we will also change it, and we will make it 500, 500, the third one, which is blue. So I'll just write 500, 500. Okay, and then I'll change the color to blue. Okay, now yeah, this is fine, this is looking good. And now we will go to the third one, and now I will change it to 400, 400. So 400, 400, and the color will change to purple. Okay, so this is how we will change all these for this particular frame. And the fourth one we don't want to change, I guess. So this looks good. Oh, we have to change this one as well, last one, and we will change it to green one. Okay, so basically they are changing their position, and they are exchanging their position with the another one. So that's why we are doing it. So let's give it a color green. Okay, so now we have all these four, and we have changed their color. Now what we can do, in that situation, if you want to change anything else apart from this, then also you can do it. Let's say if you want to change its size as well after some time. So let's select the size again, and then size again, because if you want to change it or animate it, then if you will select them like this, then they will it will perform the animation itself, whatever animation you will select. Now we will do the same stuff. So we will select all of them, Control C, and after 30 more, like on the first frame, we will again paste it. And now this time we will select this, and we will change its position from 600 to 400 to 500, 500, and make it blue. So let's do that. 500, 500, and we can make it blue. Okay, so let's say this is the blue. And then the second one, which is already 500, 500, we will make it 400, 400. So 400 and 400, and this time we will make it purple. Okay, now the third one, which is already purple, we will make it the green. So 500 and okay, and 300. One second, and we'll make it green. So this is green. And the fourth one, which is already green, we will make it red. So 600, 400. So 600, 400. Okay, and now we can make it red, which makes sense. Okay, so we have done the same thing again. Now we will do the same thing again for the another frame, another half frame, we can say. So we'll paste it again, and this time I don't know if we are doing it right way. Let's check. Oh, this is fine. But this time what we will do, because our green is already on 500 500, so now it should be 400 400. And here we will go here, let's select the correct frame. So we will make it 400 400, and the 400 400 color is purple, so the color should be purple. Okay, this is cool. Yes. And after that, what we want to change the second one, which is now on so it is if 400 400, then another one should be 500 300. So we will make it 500 300, and we will make it to green. Okay, now we will go to third one, which should be 600 400. So 600 400, and it should be red, so we will make it red. Now last one should be a blue, 500 500, so we will make it 500 500, and we will make it to blue. Okay, so we are done. Now this is what we have done. Let's try to play it. So you can see it is moving, and it's doing something. So it is moving. Now for the last frame, when we have changed all the colors, what I want to on the last frame, let's say this is the 1/30th. Now on the second frame, what I want to do, I will paste all of them again, but this time I'll change their position to 500 400, all of them. Why? To make them in the center. Okay, and we can also change the size to, let's say 10 10. Okay, and we will not change the color. Okay, for the second one we will do the same thing, 500 400, size to 10 10, and you will see the particular output which we get, and 500 400, and size to 10 and 210, and the last one 500 400, and size to 10 and 10. Okay, now let's try to play this animation, and you can see that it went into the end. And now on the 2/30th frame we will copy the same thing. Okay, and basically the first frame, it should be exactly like the first frame, so we will copy it, and on the 2/30th we will paste it. Okay, so now if I will run it again, so you will see, okay, and then it is coming back like that. But now we don't want to repeat this all the time, so what we can do, we can select the work area. So we have worked till 2 and the 30th of the frame. So what we can do, we will select on this work area icon, and we will select our work, and we can just fix it like this from here to here, or we can select this area like 10 more seconds, 10 more seconds of one frame. Okay, or we can select like this, and then there is something called loop. So we want to make this appear in a loop, so we will select the loop, and now if I will play it, so it's slow but it's cool, right? So this is how you can achieve this animation, and you can create multiple animations. Okay, this is one, but then you can create another one by clicking on this plus icon, and then you can achieve that. So this is the circular one, this is the this is the circular one, this is the untitled, which is not yet used, so I will delete it. So you can create multiple animations, and you can use either of them. So now we need to export it, so we will go here and we will export this, and we will select the engine as Flutter, format as binary, and export it, and we will give it a name, let's say circular, and it will create the .flr file. Okay, so FLR for flare, and the name is circular. So now this is my app, where it is a normal app with very basic app which just displays hello world. Let's try to run it so that you can at least believe me. And this animation is little bit fast, because in this particular app I have made this animation, which is this circular one, not just 30th of a frame but 20th of the frame. So you can adjust your size however you want. Okay, so it's totally on you. And then let's see if it's working or not. And we are here, so let's try to run this app and let's see if that works. Oh, it's not working, unfortunately. I don't know why, but it's not working. Okay, let's see. So okay, oh, it's something else happened. Okay, so what I wanted to do, I don't want to start the server, so I'll just close this file and then I'll open it again. Okay, I'll close this app as well, and now I'll run this app just to see what we have got. So yeah, this time it's working. Okay, saying that in Flutter pubspec.yaml we have some issues. Assets, okay, we don't have any assets so far, so okay, we will add some assets, don't worry. So as of now, this is a very normal dummy app which is saying just a Flare demo. Inside that it's showing just an hello world, and I just want to run this once so that you can see that we haven't done anything apart from this. So let's wait for a few seconds, and this is our app, and you can see this is showing just a hello world. Now to run this Flare, we have to in the pubspec YAML we have to add a dependency which is called Flare underscore Flutter. Okay, and just press Command S or just get the packages, and you got the Flare package. Now here we have already have a folder, but what you need to do, let me just tell you. We'll select this dummy Flutter project, and you can create a new folder called assets, and inside this folder, or whatever name you want to give, it's totally your choice, and you can just copy this particular Flare file, circular.flare, to this particular folder, and inside this pubspec.yaml. So similarly, how you add any images or something, any kind of asset, you will add the same thing. So this time you will just, rather than images, you will call it let me just delete all of this. Okay, and you can call it circular dot flare. Okay, and now we will run it and exit code 0. Now here we will import the flare actor.dart, and now in the center, rather than this text, I can use this flare actor. I have to give the file name, so it's inside assets slash name, which is circular.flare, and then we have few properties like if you want to give a fit, what kind of animation you want to perform. So if you remember, the name of animation is circular itself, so we can just write circular or whatever name of the animation you have given. And then we have alignment, or whatever alignment you want to set, if you want to set. And then we have controller, if you want to control it somehow. If you want to give a fit, let's say dot contain, whatever. And now I'll just do a hot reload, and you can see this is the animation which we got. Now if you want to give it some kind of color, then you can give it a color using color property, and let's say we want to give it a red color. So all these item inside this particular flare actor will become red. So it also looks cool if you want to have some kind of color in your app, like primary color or accent color. Let's say we want to change it to green, then you can see that how we can give it green color. Okay, and it gives a cool effect, right? And then let's say if we want to change it to black, then we can also give it a black color. So it's totally your choice if you want to play with it, and you can try different colors, and there are a lot of things which you can do. Then you can give a bound node if you want to give. Okay, if you want to pause it, then let's say if you paused it, so let's pause it, and you can see the animation will be paused. So these are some of the things which you can do with Flare, and this is how you can create a normal Flare app, or you can say a normal animation which you can export, something like a loading animation, whatever you want to call it. And let me just do a hot restart just to see the changes. Okay, and this is what it is all about. So I'll make more videos on it. I will make more stuff with Flare, and because I am also not very much familiar with it, and it does not have that good at documentation till right now, because they are still working on it and they are doing a lot of things. They are removing a lot of bugs. So this is all about it. And regarding this normal animation course, which we will be doing in the future as well, don't worry about that. So thank you so much guys for watching. And hummingbird has come, so I don't know whether Angular Dart would be the right choice now. It's a late, I'm very much confused. Please let me know your thoughts about it on the comments, and also what you think about Flare, and should I make more videos on Flare. Let me know all of these on comments. And if you're not a subscriber, then subscribe to the channel. If you're not the like let's say if the Flutter guy or something, then also you can check out my videos, and and then just think if you want to subscribe to this channel or not. And if you really enjoyed this video, then also like the video. Thank you so much guys for watching. Have a good day and take care. Keep fluttering, and I'll post the code to GitHub. Bye bye, take care. Check that in description.